tore up the yard these past couple days. And it finally stopped raining. Yeah, it finally stopped raining. Everything looks really pretty though. I just love the flowers. Massive spider web. I got no shoes on. Jeez. It's alright. It's alright. Not yet. I was gonna go over there and check that big one over there, but it's alright. Everything's getting nice and full. Look at that. It's just filling in like crazy. Even though I cut the ends, look at that. I cut the end of that sucker and it's just growing. Same with that one. You can even see my cut mark right down there. It's just keep going. So you burn off roots. Let's get plucked off a bunch of tomatoes today. I see a couple more ripening. Nice bright red. Lost focus. Still getting the hang of the Blackmagic camera app. Get out of there. Come on. A little trouble today. Acting like she's in her terrible twos and she's only 6 months. Shadow wasn't like that. Big difference in character, for sure. So with all this nasty weather, I didn't get to do any fertilizer last week. I'm gonna do that. Just some liquid fertilizer. It's been 3 weeks. I went back on the video footage and checked. It's been 3 weeks now. So I forgot about it last week. And then the nasty rain came in. That's about runny. Man, is that another spot? Good grief. I have to come out here with a broom. Anyway. I threw down some old strawberries. If any of the seeds make it, I'll leave it. I'm going to throw some mulch on top of that. So I was just letting them dry out in the sun. But then the storm came, put all the gardening shit on standby. You know what? We're not even on wide angle. There we go. Now y'all can see everything. Shine. Stop digging. Get. So anyway, I been forgetting about my daily tour. Gotta stay on top of it every day. Get out of the garden. You're pissing me off today. Because this is a practice of routine for myself and anybody else watching. Gotta get in the habit of doing this every day. Every day you gotta go look. Evaluate things. This is also a visual resume. And a way to keep peace in my heart, in my mind. I reach out from time to time to different YouTubers just to, I don't know, socialize. But I like seeing other people's gardens too. See what they got going on. And no, none of us will ever totally agree on everything because we all got our own different growing style. You know, one of the things I used to teach the canvas industry is the biggest issue with gardening is gardening itself. That was the first sentence out of my mouth when I do my presentation. And the reason being is everybody has their own opinion on how things should be. Nice development. So there is no true answer or definitive yes or no on anything. You have to experiment what works in your environment, in your yard, property, wherever you're doing. You gotta find what works for you in your garden. Here in Squirrel's Garden, it's 100% organic, so I do not use synthetic shit, period. The closest thing somebody could say is synthetic is the rooting and transplant juice that I use, but that's also derived from natural sources. And once the pussy willow and the aloe grow up, I will have acetaminophen, indole-butyric acid, and acetic acid from the willow, and fulvic acid, which will turn into humic acid from the aloe vera. Mint's coming back. That's good. Parsley. Basil's just getting huge. Regular zoom. Let's see how big that sucker is. It's my hand. If you have a basil flower in your hand, you'll know how big it is. They're both putting on bark. Oh no, not this one yet. Not this one. That one is. That one's a lot older. Like I said in the previous video, everything in this bed is from the grocery store. Okay? And again, I threw the strawberries from the grocery store in there. So I got mint, rosemary. Thought I had parsley in there. Maybe that burned off. But I got two different mints. One over there, one here. Rosemary. All those potatoes. And the basil. It smells really good out here, by the way. Because of the basil. I'm purposely letting everything here that's going to stay permanently, like the basil. I'm going to let it flower out, seed out. If it goes in the chips, I don't care. Okay? Eventually, these chips will be my base soil medium. Meaning, I will spread the chips out, put some my soil mix in there, and plant into that. Okay? And the surrounding chips will act like a fabric grow bag. Okay, we are literally building a giant fabric grow bag as we fill it in with chips. Okay, now what I mean by that is going to use the air pruning technique that you would use for the air bags or fabric bags. And those roots are just going to explode. And the plants, the trees, everything. It's going to have that extra oxygen to the roots, while at the same time still being safe, moist, and secure. That's another thing. Eventually, when I take those metal beds out, all the trees are going to be secured down to the ground with stakes and all that stuff, maybe some kind of strap to go over the root ball as it continues to root down into it. There's logs underneath every single tree so that the root ball has something to grab onto as it grows. Okay, so the logs are also propping the root ball up, even though it sank a little bit over time. I initially started with everything perked up just a little bit. Okay, there's going to be basically a mound. You can imagine a mound coming off the sides here. That's how all it's going to look like. And then it'll be leveled off with chips. And that mound will just be the soil underneath the chips. And those roots will have plenty of space to sprawl out, move around. You know, I'll have to come through here and do weeding, clipping of roots coming through the chips. You never know. All kinds of different things to think about. But yeah, I'm just babbling at this point. Just wanted to check in, do my thing, stick to what I dedicate my time to. And that's building this garden. It's all roots. Get off my bed, troublemaker. Get out of there. Yeah, real people in real backyards, folks. Gotta deal with it. Once I get this tent up, I'll get that fence line done. I need 9 more poles so I can build this frame, get the shade tent up. I sure hope I can get it up before the summer's over, otherwise I'm not going to get much of a late crop. I need shade so I can get these flowers to actually pollinate. It's too intense out here for the tomatoes to keep their set. They keep burning off, falling off. It's just too hot. So next time I know, now that I'm here in this area, as soon as the windstorms stop mid-June, get that fucking tent up as soon as I can. So yeah, we'll be back at it in the morning. I'll get some fertilizer, and then I get the chainsaw out and get these logs sliced up. I'm going to start doing that. It's supposed to be under 100 degrees this week, so perfect opportunity to get busy, man. My biggest concern is my body and that machine. That's a $600 chainsaw, and I do not want to fuck it up trying to go through some hardwoods in the heat. That's bad juju. I also gave this thing some time to dry out. They got a little waterlogged from the storm yesterday, day before. But for the most part, these things have been drying out for the past couple months, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Yep, I have a big old flower bed back here. So yeah, I hope y'all had a good day on your Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday, trash day. I gotta get the trash cans out. And tomorrow we'll get busy on the garden. And I got some audio equipment showing up tomorrow. Yay. So we'll see how long I have to hold this thing without a mic. So y'all have a great night. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing those remixes. Oh, and YouTube lets me know when somebody violates their policy and you take my short and try to do something bad with it. So yeah, just be aware of that. Be kind, be respectful. If I say something you don't agree with, don't think you're going to start a fight. Comment comment on this video or whatever video I make or whatever short I make. Okay? Let's have an adult conversation. I may have a foul mouth, but I am not afraid of having conversation, all right? I go off of what I am experienced with. So, I don't know what the reason is as to why it got taken down, but they did notify me somebody did something foul with my YouTube short. You'll see the last one that's up there now. I re-uploaded it. I won't upload another one for the next 24 hours. All right. So y'all have a great night. Be safe. Have fun. Get ready for some work. It's time to get back to work. Shine, puppy? No. Good night, folks.